Hi everyone, we're Team S153 and today we're going to present our business proposal on our company, KL Logistics, which we believe that would benefit our company in a significant way. Before we start, let me first go through our agenda today with you. First, we'll have a brief introduction on our company, and then we'll have a short summary about what our business plan is. And then we'll move on to talk about some practices adopted by our company for sustainability. Then, according to the financial analysis, we'll propose several suggestions for our company's sustainability. So let's start. First part, introduction. Our company, KL Logistics, is the largest logistics company in Hong Kong stock market, and it connects Asia with 58 countries and territories. It consists of two main business segments, including Integrated Logistics IL, which mainly located in Asia, and Integrated Freight Forwarding Services, which operated intra-Asia and between Asia and Europe. First, let us talk about the Integrated Logistics segment. The IL segment contains of two main segments, including logistic operations and Hong Kong warehouse. For the logistic operation, our company provides logistic services, warehouse leasing, and sales of goods in Asia. While for the Hong Kong warehouse segment, our company provides warehouse leasing and general storage services in Hong Kong. In this segment, our company also provides tailor-made solutions for pharmaceutical, coaching, and dangerous and bounded operations service providers. On the other hand, our company also provides international freight forwarding services through three main channels, including air, ocean, and road. Now, let's turn our attention to this graph showing our company's profit growth. Although the pandemic has adversely affected the whole logistics industry, our company are still able to create a positive return. Especially for the IF segment, we can see in 2022, the IF segment has increased, the growth has about 400%, and all of this growth is mainly contributed by the mainland market.
So next part would be about the SWOT analysis of our company, and here's a summary of the four elements. There are some points we'll go into detail later, but now I'll first provide you with some supporting arguments. And our company can leverage its strength of having a robust global network or advanced technology such as the adoption of robotic arm. Our company can also grasp opportunity, along with external initiatives, such as increasing demand for air cargo services. And for threats, there is an adverse effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the global economy and supply chains. How can the pandemic affect the logistics sector? Well, due to the lockdown of different shops and factories and the ever-increasing stay-at-home orders, production and consumption activities are greatly disrupted in the IR segment, and there are port congestion and flight cancel in the IFF segment. And for the positive effect, it leads to a rise in e-commerce and a higher demand for pandemic-related goods, and hence a higher demand for delivery services.
So now let's move to the parts of practice adopted for sustainability. So this is a brief summary of policy adopted by KLN. So first, in terms of customers, so KLN has provided automated warehouse functions and track and trace systems. For employees and managers, so KLN has provided safety training courses and healthcare and medical service and programs. So last, for community, employees also adopt a fair performance and evaluation system without discriminations. So last, for community, it has participated in the feed-in tariff scheme and phase out of vehicles with lower emission standard.
So after covering some practices adopted by our company for sustainability, we'll move on to the next topic, financial analysis. Before we begin, let me get you an overview of our company's overall performance. First, our company performed excellently in terms of investment potential, and our company performed so-so in terms of profitability and management efficiency. Last, our company needs to improve its short-term liquidity and long-term solvency. First, talking about the investment potential, we can see from the graph that our company's earnings per share has increased by about 3 times, which implies our company having a higher potential return. Due to the surge in EPS, which exceeds market expectation, the price-earning ratio of our company has decreased. So if we look forward, our investors are expecting a high growth rate on our company in the near future. For the next aspect, profitability, we can see the several parameter, including gross profit margin, net profit margin, and return on average assets all show growth, which mean our company are able to control its expenses and use their assets flexibly. Therefore, our company are able to create a positive return even under the profit situation. The another aspect would be the management efficiency. We can see our company's average total asset turnover has increased by 1.6 times, which means our company are able to manage their resources efficiently. Last, we come to some aspects that our company need to be improved. The first one will be the short-term liquidity. We can see from the graph that our company's current ratio has increased by about 1 times, and both years our company's current ratio are able to maintain above 1:1. However, for the cash ratio, we can see our company's cash ratio has decreased, and therefore, which means although our company are able to pay all the short-term debts, they are not able to pay all of them with cash or near cash resources. Another aspect that our company need to be improved will be the long-term solvency. We can see from the graph that our company's time interest earned has increased by about 3 times. However, our company's debt to equity ratio has increased by 1.25 times, manifesting an increasing dependence on debts of our company despite a great increase in the current income. So finally, we come to the suggestion. According to the financial analysis just now, we see that there's room for improvement in terms of short-term liquidity and long-term solvency, which means there's a need for a company to increase their sources of income. And from the SWOT analysis, we see that there's an intense competition among logistic groups, which means our company must enhance its competitiveness.
So, what should we do now? First, tackling the weaknesses and exploring local individual markets. According to our SWOT analysis on the weaknesses of the carrier logistics company, we find out that the poor customer service and insufficient advertising strategy will be the obstacle for the company's development. Many customers complain that they have received unsatisfactory services, and most of them complain that the items always get delayed and the hotline services is poor and the tracking service is not fully updated. And for the second weaknesses, the effectiveness of the advertising strategy is quite insufficient that both investors and customers find obscure about our company and the services it provides. And this leads to a low market penetration rate and hence limit the potential investors and customers.
So in order to improve the weaknesses mentioned before, we have proposed 2 suggestions, which are to improve the service quality and to support the local charity food delivery services. So first, let me introduce my suggestion for improve the service quality, and there are 2 components, a new rating system and a reward and punishment system. Although KLN has already provided various channels like annual surveys and phone interviews to collect customers' opinions, some of the customers may think that it's quite time-consuming and may not willing to spend the time on it. Therefore, we suggest to set up this new rating system which can simplify the procedure of giving feedback so as to attract more customers to give their comment on the logistics services. And here is a prototype of the rating system, and you may take a look of it. So we suggest that KLN can provide a customized QR code for each order so that the customers can scan the QR code printed on the receipt to score KLN services. So after receiving the feedback, KLN can find out the responsible team for that order. So we think that this method is more convenient than the original annual survey, and so that we can increase the number of feedback received. As a result, KLN can evaluate and improve the service quality if the average rating is lower than expected. Besides, we also suggest to set up a reward and punishment system which can tackle the existing weaknesses at its roots. So, in order to motivate the employee to perform better, we suggest that if the employee didn't receive any complaint from the customer throughout the year, they can get a reward such as a bonus at the end of the year. And in contrast, for the employees who perform poorly and receive complaints, KLN can first provide some extra training courses for them to improve their work performance. And if they do not show improvement and continue to be complained by the customer, they may have to receive different levels of punishment according to the times and seriousness of the mistake that they have made, such as that they may have to write a report or receive a warning letter, and etc. So by doing so, we believe that the employee will have a better work performance, so as to raising the satisfaction level of their customers. And now let's move on to our second suggestion, which is to support the local charity food delivery services. So this changes the mode of charity contribution made by KLN. In the past, they did the charity work without fully utilizing its strength as a logistic company. During the COVID-19, some charity organizations faced obstacles in delivering the materials to the disadvantaged, so our suggestion can help them to deliver those materials to the people in need.
Apart from the reason the Ford mentioned, another reason why we have come up this suggestion is that the company can actually leverage its comparative advantages of using its strengths, such as providing Hong Kong warehouse services and the tailor-made solution for pharmaceutical services provider. In addition to that, our company can make use of its past experience of helping the government to deliver pandemic-related necessities, and we believe that by doing so, we can make use of our experience and skills to apply to our suggestions. And hence grasping the opportunity that the government can actually act as a middleman to facilitate the care logistics and the charities. Talking about the detail, our company can help the charities to store or deliver resources such as rice, Chinese medicine to people in need.
So KLN can earn income and establish a good corporate image in Hong Kong markets. So for a charity organization, they can deliver resources to their target audience and establish a stable cooperation relationship with top-ranked logistic company. So which can lead to a win-win situations. So the expected outcomes of two suggestions is to attract the local individual markets, to grasp the opportunity of the rise of e-commerce, and also to navigate Hong Kong individual markets with the SF holding. So all of these, we hope to achieve two main purposes that we have mentioned before, is to increase the source of income and to enhance the competitiveness so as to balance the sustainability and profitability. Thank you.
First of all, thank you for the team. And indeed, some of the suggestions you just mentioned are actually in place already. Say, for example, when you're talking about the rating system, the prototype, actually we're using more complicated rating system in our Thailand operations. So whenever the guys come and send over the stuff to you, they can do it on the app. And in terms of the social responsibility, saying cooperating with the Hong Kong government in delivery of a certain pharmaceutical product. Indeed, we have just launched services in Hong Kong whereby we help the hospital authority to deliver all these medicines to the people at home, so that you can see in the old day, there are some old guys waiting at the emergency room waiting for the medicines, and now they don't need to do that. We can deliver all these medicines from the hospital to those people's home directly. But of course we charge, okay? During the COVID, we also help a lot in delivering all these COVID-related products. And even for recent, the earthquake happened in Turkey, we also help the Hong Kong rescue team in their logistics services. Okay, come to the questions. Okay, I look at your SWOT analysis, of course, as part of the management team. I look at your comments saying that the management efficiency is classified as fair only. So, but I didn't notice anything in particular in your subsequent presentation talking about why you rate this as fair and way to improve it. Can you elaborate it a little bit?
So why we raise the management efficiency to be fair is that, yes, we do see growth in the management efficiency, but however, we found that the investment potential is actually perform way more better compared to the management efficiency. So we choose to raise the management efficiency to be fair, while the investment potential to be excellent.
No. What I'm asking is, what facts you have identified to draw you to this conclusion? You must notice something, then you put the mark on it, right? So
Yes.
so what facts or some other observations that you note to make you to draw that conclusion?
This is related to our second suggestion, which we suggest our company to support a local charity. As you mentioned, our company do some humanity work in, for example, Singapore or Turkey. But we think that our company actually can more fully utilize its strength as a logistic company and to deliver some Chinese medicine rice and in daily life, like not only limited to the hospital area, but also help different charity organizations to help deliver their resources. So we spot this. So we think that we raise this perimeter management efficiency to be fair.
From your presentation, I read that you are talking, I would say, suggesting the company to explore the local individual market. But also we have to bear in mind our major shareholder, SS Holding, is also quite strong in the local individual market. So how can you say, so you recommend this strategy is how to manage the relationship or the potential competition or conflict with our controlling shareholders on the local individual market?
As you just said, we have tried to we would suggest our company to navigate the local market, and that is because from the perfect growth graph we've just shown, we see that mainly the growth, our company's business growth is mainly contributed by our mainland market. So we think that the mainland market are already saturated for our company. But however, for the local market, which is in Hong Kong, we think that there's actually more room for us to explore more and we can attract. There's still many potential customers for us to attract for our company, and we hope these potential customers can opt for our services.
And also by doing so, we hope to enhance our company's cooperating image and attract more customers to offer our services.
So I see in your suggestions, so you have the motives at the very beginning, and then you also conclude that you have achieved those motives through your suggestions, right? So, but I can't really see in your suggestions, so regarding how to increase the source of income or increase competitiveness, still I can see something there, but increased source of income, I really can't see which suggestion you have mentioned can increase the source of income. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
As we mentioned that we have grasped the opportunity of the rise of e-commerce. So if we follow the suggestion once to improve our service quality, so in nowadays the e-commerce, like online shopping is very common, so they can't, if they have a good quality, service quality, so maybe customers can't be attracted to use our service and so increase more source of income.
Yeah, maybe this is just something that probably I want to fit into the group. Actually, if in real life situation, if we want to improve the short-term liquidity, usually it's very difficult to increase sources of income, right? Because to earn money is actually very difficult. So in reality, if we want to increase the short-term liquidity, usually what we do, we say like to pushing up the AR turnover period, we will shorten it. Say we will offer discount to those customers who can pay earlier, something like this, in order to improve the short-term liquidity.